But you cannot come to a press conference, Mr. Speaker, and then he went on vacation on something as urgent, something that deals with the integrity of our country, which is crime fighting, and the persons that are responsible for doing it, people are looking back and saying, can I trust them? That is the great disservice that we can do to the police officers. That's not the opposition that's doing that, Mr. Speaker. But it's when we have empathy and understand the suffering that's taking place in this country, and that nobody in this country, regardless of who they are, should have to go through that kind of suffering. It's when we have that in our heart that creates the level of urgency to solve the problem. And it does not help, Mr. Speaker, when the persons that are responsible for protecting us have question marks.
I remember when this Honorable Prime Minister was leader of the opposition in 2017, because murders had gone out of control, the then leader of the opposition, now Prime Minister, suggested a crime symposium. You remember that, Mr. Prime Minister? And guess what? The symposium was held. The Minister of National Security attended, but he as Prime Minister left St. Lucia and was in Jamaica campaigning. Those are facts. He was never at the symposium. And what is true to form, Mr. Speaker, Osborne Regis, the ex-commissioner, he spearheaded the whole thing. They came up with a plan of action. They came up with a plan of action. And up to today, ask him whether any of those actions contained in the plan were ever executed.
A date has been given for the much-talked-about crime symposium. National Security Minister Hermangild Francis reveals that the deliberations with a wide cross-section of St. Lucia society could begin as early as next week. The meeting comes against the backdrop of a staggering upswing in the homicide rate. Francis concedes that the problem of crime is not just a law enforcement problem, but also a deep-seated social issue.
Crime is a major issue for not only for St. Lucia, for the Caribbean, but we need to take a holistic look at it, and that is why I'm trying to have a symposium on the 24th of this month to bring in persons who can give the government some ideas as to how we can solve it.
Came up with an action plan with actions to be taken for each of those 14 strategic goals, with responsibilities, with performance indicators and time frames.
With local law enforcement officials publicly noting that the majority of the homicide cases here are gang-related, fueled by disputes over illicit drugs and guns, Regis says St. Lucia must look to the strategy which places strong emphasis on addressing the profits derived from illicit activities and also the prosecution of the facilitators of criminality in order to effect a permanent reduction in the level of crime.
Quite obviously, what is missing in the action plan is action. So why are we here going around the same thing that has been forwarded by the experts within the region from 2013? And to date, nothing. Rather than trying to reinvent the wheel, we can be focused on the same. So when we talk about failure, there is failure at all parts, at all levels of the system. And Minister, when we are talking about crime, crime is part of a larger mechanism. You are not minister with responsibility. You have responsibility for crime, but what are you? You are minister of national security. We need to have a proper national security plan and national security policy.
Regis told the forum that the solutions to crime do not reside with law enforcement and went on to strongly suggest that the government review the construct of the Ministry of National Security.
Given the present construct of his ministry, he will continue not to succeed. The Ministry of National Security does not have a technical component. What is the construct of his ministry? A minister, a PS, a DPS, an AS, a financial analyst. Where is the technical component? And don't tell me you have lawyers in legal affairs. No, the technical people. Ministry of Works, Ministry of Education, all have a technical component. Who's going to put these things together for you, Minister? Who's going to put it? Where are the technical people that you have? Money? We cannot afford it. Can we afford not to have it?
So, it was important for me to come here and show my support to Andrew and the Labour Party for what they're doing, and to encourage the members of their party to continue supporting the party. Well, I know all the people in the opposition, and they're all my good friends. I mean, Peter Phillips is a person I have a tremendous amount of respect for. But, his party is a sister party with the opposition party in St. Lucia. So this has been going on in the Caribbean for a very, very long time. I mean, I'm not here to promote Jamaicans to go and vote for anybody else. I'm here to support my sister party, who I share a lot of values with. And clearly in the leadership of Andrew Holness, a person I have a tremendous amount of confidence in.